Here we have the current stock market update for AMC Entertainment Holdings Incorporated, stock ticker AMC. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comment section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So what we're looking at here is the hourly time frame. This means that each candle on this time frame represents a 1 hour trading period. And as we can see here, this stock has actually managed to post a fairly strong close into the end of the week this week. So in this video, we will be looking at some important price zones so that hopefully traders can identify some profitable trading strategies for this stock going forward. So as I said, there is a fairly significant short-term upside price movement here. This most recent closing price is now being seen, or I should at least say the high is being seen at $4.37. So we'll mark that in here. So this is significant for a few different reasons because one, this does get us at least back into the exponential moving average cluster on the hourly time frame. And that is significant because the hourly time frame is one of the most important time frames in the market. And that means that these moving averages are some of the most important moving averages in the market. The only other charting time frame that you could really say that about would possibly be the daily chart. So, previously, prior to this, we were trading below this area for most of this declining price move here. So that alone should tell you something when we start to break back above this area, and then possibly this could suggest that some of this negative momentum that the stock has been experiencing, that this might be starting to complete itself and run its course. So there are arguments that are to be made on both sides there, but this is a significant development because at the very least, this tells us that that currently the focus is not being placed on the downside. To the downside here, we do have to sort of define the most recent price low, which came in at $4.03, as we can see here. So currently, what we're looking at here is a movement from $4.03 to $4.37. Now, the reason that I would say that this is important is because you're starting to break above this resistance zone here. So this is a resistance zone that had been tested on at least 3 different occasions. So it was a triple top, which means that it's a very strong resistance zone, but then share prices were able to move higher. At the same time, really move back into the exponential moving average cluster. So there was a lot of resistance here, short term anyway, that was sort of stopping this from happening, but the stock was able to break through here. So that is significant. It does tell us that possibly we could be looking at a bottom here. Overall, I think it's a little bit premature to start to make that claim. I mean, this is a very strong close to the week. And as we can see here, the trading volumes did also increase. And if we look at the indicator reading, what we can see here is that this recent price move did actually break that prior downtrend in share price momentum. So this is possibly one of the most significant developments here in this run higher. It's a strong close into the end of the week. You closed at the highs, and then in addition to that, you're also breaking this prior downtrend in momentum. So this has now completed itself. It has run its course. That doesn't mean that you can't develop a new negative trend in momentum, but it does mean that this current trend has now completed itself and would no longer be expected to continue influencing share prices. So that's a fairly strong positive there in my view. You are starting to trade into overbought territory right now. So that is sort of its own negative. Because you really wouldn't want to consider $4.37 to be overbought territory if you're long the stock. I mean, you're probably hoping for share prices to be able to move much higher than that. You're probably not too excited to hear that overbought territory is now considered to be trading at $4.37. So that's just one factor to consider here. But in my view, the more important development here is the break of this downtrend in momentum. And then in addition to that, you have this uptrend in momentum that's starting to develop itself. It's shorter term in nature, but this one is currently active and this one is not. So there's the positive side of the story from the indicator reading. So just to close out the video here, I do think that we should sort of take a little bit of a longer term view at this point because this is positive, and I'm sure that the clickbait AMC YouTubers are going to be jumping all over this, saying that this means that the short squeeze is coming tomorrow, which is, obviously never accurate when people make those types of projections. But I do think that it's important to sort of go back in time a little bit here and look at the last time that the stock was trading near these levels. So specifically, what I would point to would be sort of this 432 area, which has now been broken, and then this 410 area as well. So, undoubtedly 432 has broken to the downside. We saw daily closes below there. There's no question about that. So share prices did bounce at that point, but they did not bounce from there most recently. Share price is trading at $4.10. However, that was a much more substantial price movement. The stock essentially gained about 50% in 1 week. Share prices were testing this 410 area, and then about 6 days later, you saw share prices trading in right around $6 per share. So it was almost a full 50% of share price movement in about a week. So, if we compare that to this now recent move higher, obviously there are some major differences here. This is not a 50% price move in 1 week. It's much less than that. We're looking at a share price move from around 403 to 437. So, about 34 cents in share price movement as opposed to $2 previously. So it is a very big difference. And I do suggest that people sort of keep that in mind when they're watching these people like Mikey's Money or whatever his name is, lottery stocks, these people that are just constantly clickbaiting everyone into just total nonsense that means absolutely nothing. So just keep these things in mind here. And you can possibly even write that in the comment section, although I don't think you should be writing anything in their comment section. I think that you should just simply move on and not pay attention to those videos because they're never accurate. We do need to sort of take an accurate and rational assessment of what the price action is actually telling us. And currently, this does suggest that we could be finding a bottom around 403. It's possible. We need to see how far this continues because I also suggest that people take a look at the GameStop video that I just released because that stock is diverging a bit at this point. Like the AMC is moving higher, but GameStop is starting to roll over. So the question as we go into next week is going to be, which stock is leading the pack here at this point? Is it GameStop that's telling us what is going to happen, or is it AMC? Because if it's AMC, then that could suggest that GameStop might have a positive week next week. So here's the current stock market update for AMC Entertainment, stock ticker AMC. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.